Hi guys. What happened to my voice? So I just finished recording my deep dive video on Writer's Digest. And I thought, you know what? It's about time we did a Fox and Thoughts video. Episode 13, Be Imperfect Online. So how do I start this? I took some time away from social media. And it was because I was feeling kind of, I guess, creative burnout. Also, it wasn't like I was feeling pressured to create, but I wasn't feeling freedom. Like, it wasn't feeling freeing to create and post the thing online. So like I would make a bookstagram picture, right? Photo. Take a picture, do some pretty stuff. I wouldn't feel like I was enjoying the process. Like I was feeling like I had to because I had to. And I wasn't sort of enjoying something for myself. And also, I was trying really hard to be perfect. Perfect in quotes, because that's subjective. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I have been doing these days. But before that, how I ended up here in this moment. Doing things a little bit differently than I was before. And yet still posting online. Like I still have an online presence. So, this is just a chatty thing. So just have me on in the background, whatever you want to do. Okay, you can, I don't know, listen while you walk. You can fold your laundry. You can eat, draw, pet your cat. Don't eat your cat. You can eat or draw or pet your cat, or whatever you do. So anyway, yeah. So this is just a collection of thoughts. I might add things that aren't on the screen, so that's a good thing. Why you can just listen to stuff. Okay. Everything is so perfect. That's the first part. So before AI came out to make everything smooth and uncanny, social media apps were solely doing the job. Like smoothing skin, or, the idea of perfect goes along with a certain aesthetic and all of the cores, like a cottage core or whatever. And everything is pleasing to the eye. And often it's created. It's not like naturally pleasing to the eye. Like it's not realistic. And then there's unobtainable body shapes in beauty ads, which is the same thing. It's just everything is just so perfect and smooth, and even if unobtainable body shapes, like this comes and goes with trends. You get All About the Bass by Meghan Trainor or Beautiful by Christina Aguilera drops, or other songs about embracing imperfections comes out after some time, and then we get the no makeup looks, and then boom, AI, TikTok, and suddenly the imperfections that were sung about or talked about or promoted are not celebrated again. And the media, we can blame the media all we want, but we are also the issue because we are feeding into it. The media says make perfect art, perfect models, perfect stories, perfect aesthetics. But when you say like aesthetically pleasing, you mean perfect in the name of that certain aesthetic. Like anything that's not the steampunk aesthetic is suddenly, it's not perfect. It's suddenly imperfect, and we can't be imperfect. We'll be shunned. How dare we post realism? God forbid. Shameful, shameful, horrible. So, like, if you do something just slightly real, slightly different, it's not perfect, everyone starts jumping on you about it, right? I mean, you see it happening to people. It hasn't happened to me, thank God, but I see it happening to people. Just be a little bit real, and then suddenly everyone is like, that's terrible. That's horrible. That's ugly, or whatever. As I said, we are the problem too. Number two, we are the problem too. It's not just the media. I'm at fault. You're at fault. We're all at fault because we're feeding into it, as I said. So, it's so strange. No one is holding us hostage with a gun to our head saying we have to show perfection. And yet, why do we do it? Why do we constantly feed into this need to be perfect? Am I afraid of not being the same as the crowd? Is there some kind of crowd mentality in a social media space? Like, that sounds weird. Could there be something like that? Like a psychological thing there? Let's say we decide not to feed into it. Let's imagine that, okay? But then another issue arises. And this is very interesting. I find this very interesting, okay? We decide not to feed into it, but now we must be consistently imperfect, in quotes. People are now expecting us to be imperfect in the same way we were imperfect the first time and the second time. There are some people who don't follow an aesthetic style on Bookstagram, the bookish lover, the book loving community on Instagram. And despite not following an aesthetic style on Bookstagram, probably to be a little bit more freer, not box themselves into an aesthetic, I do think that they could potentially become stuck in not being aesthetically pleasing in a certain way. Like, now we're expecting them to be imperfect in a certain way. So that's interesting. We put so much pressure on each other, don't we? This endless loop of being told or pushed by the crowd or the popular media to be perfect or consistently imperfect. And not feeling like we are allowed to show other sides of ourselves. It's like, allowed? What? Of course we're allowed. We're allowed to be whoever we want to be. But the algorithm does not let us be allowed. LOL, wry smile, dry laugh, poofed. So, we are the problem feeding into it. And the algorithm responds to us and then tells us to be even more imperfect or consistently imperfect or be perfect. And then to answer that, we do it even more. And then the algorithm says, oh, they're still doing it. So I'm going to say you still need to do it because that's what they're telling me that they want to do. So we just constantly feed into it. So that is a problem. That is a we problem. If we stop doing it, I don't know how it will work. If we stop being consistent, the algorithm will stop being consistent. But then the problem arises. Our inconsistency is now somehow expected. We're expected to be inconsistent. So we have to be consistently inconsistent. And this is like a paradox. It's an issue. How do we deal with this online stuff? Okay. So I came to a point where I was feeling less creative pursuing this aesthetic perfection. And these are some thoughts of stuff that I was thinking at that moment. I was thinking about why I felt blah when doing Instagram, like why I thought I needed a break. Like I wasn't out of ideas. I was participating in a lot of like Bookstagram challenges and stuff like that, engaging with people, meeting new people. But for some reason, I felt like I really needed to get away from it. And I usually don't compare myself to others. But at that time, I was doing just that. Scrolling through, wishing I could do this or that. I'm wishing my account could look like this popular person, or if I had that much space in my house, or if I had those props. Oh, if only. So then I thought, okay, so if it's the props, why don't I upgrade my props? But then I thought, well, when would I have time to be on social media? If I'm taking so much time off of it, I'm, in a sense, quote, wasting my time. And I used to love posting on Instagram every day. Like, that's a thing that I love to do. Like, that was my thing. And suddenly, I don't very much because it's stymieing my creativity. That's what I felt like. This everyday posting is somehow just drying me up. So then I thought, okay, what am I in the creative sense? So I am a creative person who used to doodle a lot in class, but I don't have class anymore. I don't have those sort of moments to myself where I'm just doodling, and I didn't doodle anymore. And I would always be drawing to get things right or learning how to illustrate better. And when I was a kid, I used to create stuff all the time. That I would always be doing making something with beads or felt or pom-poms or origami or drawing something, writing something. I'd be doing some creative thing. And now I don't. At the time, at least. At the time I was thinking these things, I was thinking that now I don't. I don't have time. But why don't I? Like, I'd always had this kind of dream that I want to make a junky notebook and do art in it. It looks freeing and fun. And why am I not doing it then? Oh, because social media is telling me how to make the perfect junky notebook with the messy junky aesthetic. And I thought, damn, what is that oxymoron? What is a messy junky aesthetic? How to make something perfectly inconsistent and perfectly junky? Like, why am I listening to these people? Why am I listening? Why am I not just doing? There is this old 90s show called Zoom. And on Zoom, all the kids would always say in their theme song, turn off the TV and do it. Like, you see them doing all these things, so turn off the TV and go do it. And I thought, why am I turning off the TV, quotes, turning off social media and doing it? Why aren't I doing it? Why do I keep wishing and wishing? Oh, I wish I had more time. Why am I not using that time to do it? So, but what about Instagram? And at that time, I do still like Instagram, but I want to upgrade. And for that, I need to be off of it to make the upgrades. I need to, in a sense, waste my time doing things off of Instagram. Um, the thing about Instagram is that if you don't post for a while, it punishes you by not promoting your stuff. And then you don't get views, and then you don't get likes. Why am I worried about that? And to create freely, I need to not see what other people create for a while. I've seen enough. I think at that time, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking, you know what? I've seen enough. I can go and just create freely, not look at what everyone else has been doing. Pursuing all this aesthetic perfection, trying to be like the crowd, trying to be consistent and not venture outside my little box that I created for the algorithm to expect from me, it just dried me up. And I thought, funny. I once wrote a story about a post-apocalyptic Earth where people's creativity had dried up and a race of creative aliens come to save them from themselves. I wrote something like that, and I thought, creative dry spell, maybe that's what I'm in right now. I need to be more creatively unhinged. I thought, I need to just do whatever I feel right, whatever feels right. And I thought, can I really do that? Can I really trust myself to not try to pursue aesthetic imperfections now? I'm trying to be perfectly imperfect somehow. Oh gosh, the paradox, the oxymorons. And so we get to this fourth section, the "and that's okay" experiment that I started. So, this phrase, "and that's okay," is a catchphrase of a puzzle YouTuber named Mandy and who has a channel, The Puzzled Mandy. And I just happened to find her channel. And I love this phrase. And that's okay. She always says it when something goes a little wrong, but instead of being negative about it all the time, she embraces it. Sometimes she might say it with sarcastic meaning, but often it seems to be her outlook on life. It's just okay. Less pressure on yourself. Make little mistakes? That's okay. Because it still looks nice. Or, that's okay. It was fun, wasn't it? Pursuing aesthetics. The thing about me, is pursuing aesthetic is still a creative endeavor for me. I do enjoy keeping on brand with these sunset colors and this orange and being aesthetically pleasing. I like doing it. But I want to see what it would be like to not think and just do, just post, just share what I want to share and not share what I feel like the algorithm wants from me or what I think people want from me. And that's okay, because don't people want to see realness? So why am I not calling it, you might have wondered, I don't know, why am I not calling it the imperfection experiment? Well, because what is imperfection? Imperfection is subjective. It's different between you and me, and it would just go back to that consistent imperfection, perfection oxymoron. Don't even know what I said there. And that's okay experiment is about me just doing what creative things I want to do and posting realness without thinking too much about the crowd and the aesthetics and the algorithm. Not perfect? That's okay, because I like it. And if I like the thing, I want to share it with people. And if I like it, then you can feel that. And you will like it too, possibly. And if you don't like it, that's okay, because I enjoyed it. I know that sounds selfish, but otherwise I'm just going to dry out. I cannot. Okay? Section 5, number 5, chapter 5. I don't know. What do you want to call it? Social media presence and my experiment. So currently what I'm doing. So in the beginning, when I started this experiment, I thought, well, how do I just create and do while also being on social media and not disappearing? And I thought, you know what? I think I just need to do it. Go with the flow. If I have days where I just don't feel like posting on Instagram, I won't. Algorithm, do what you want. I don't care. I don't care about you. Not anymore. I think we don't have to do what social media wants us to do. If we don't want to create a reel, don't create a reel. If we don't want to post aesthetically, don't do it if you don't want to do it. Why are you doing the stuff that you don't want to do? If social media, you want to make social media a fun place for yourself. Like my Instagram account it's not just for marketing my books and stuff. It's to connect to like-minded people, make writer friends and reader friends, and meet interesting people and enjoy creating content and aesthetics. I didn't join Instagram to please the algorithm. I'm not a servant to the algorithm here. And so this experiment, how long will I do this for? I think however long I feel like it, might be forever. And that's okay. And that's okay, because people will understand. Who am I creating this stuff for? The algorithm? No, I'm creating for myself, as I said. And then the people. And as I said, because if I'm enjoying it, others will too. You will feel it, you will see it. I'm going to post what I want to post. When I want to post. However much I want to post. If I'm going to post 3 reels in 2 days, I'm going to post 3 reels in 2 days. If I feel like doing a reel today, I'm going to do a reel today. If I feel like doing a post, I'm going to do a post. And the algorithm is just going to have to deal. Just going to have to deal. So what are your comments? Do you have some comments? If you don't have anything to comment, you can comment, and that's okay, about something that you did recently that bothered you, but wasn't that big of a deal. Also, tell me your favorite YouTuber. Do you have a favorite YouTuber that you watched recently? I am subscribed to over 100 channels, so I have lots of people to go through for certain phases. So I have like the music YouTubers, I have like the commentary YouTubers, I have the beauty YouTubers, I have animals, animation, random content, challenges and stuff, creative people, all kinds of people. Drama, not drama, but crime documentary type of contents, commentary stuff. All kinds of people. Whatever phases I'm in at the moment, I can just go to one of those people. So tell me your favorite people. And maybe I'll find some new channels to subscribe to. Maybe I'll be subscribed to 200 channels by the end of the year. Who knows? So anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you found it interesting. Currently, I'm just posting whenever I feel like it. If I feel like I need to post something, I will tell you whatever I feel like I need to tell you. If I'm going to post 2-3 times a day, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to feel like I'm posting too much, or the algorithm is going to get messed up, because who cares about the algorithm? I'm just going to do what I want to do. And if this continues on for a long time, so what? So what? It continues on for a long time. I'm enjoying it. It's been interesting and fun and freeing and nice. So, if you want to try this, we can start and that's okay movement on Instagram or wherever, YouTube. YouTube, although I enjoy creating these writing advice type, writing related videos anyway, so I have yet to come to a moment where I'm pleasing an algorithm, because I don't feel the algorithm on YouTube particularly. I do feel it on Instagram though. So, anyway, comment, and that's okay, about something in your life recently, and let me know your thoughts on this video, and hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Please keep hydrated, and you will hear me in the next video. The fox is out.